It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. That is a crime against football. I'm sorry. There's only one decision here. You're gone. You know where the door is. Go on. Get out. Walk of shame. Get out. Go on. I tell you what, a yellow card, a red card, a bloody whistle. I'm excited. I'm going to get up to all sorts of these. I'm going to be mischievous. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 41 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And of course, if you're enjoying the episode or enjoying any of the videos that have been released on this channel, or you're just simply interested in the yellow, red card and the whistle, then make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be alerted when videos are released. So you're asking yourself, Alex, first year in the Championship, you expected to go down because, you know, all the moronic plaudits and journalists are all like, oh, you can't do it. How's it going? Do I need to point it out? We're in 7th, we're bloody 7th. We're going to win the league, viewers. We're going to get playoffs at least. I guarantee it. Playoffs, win the league. It's going to happen. Just for record, if I do not get promoted, I was predicted to finish last. So, no bottles, nothing. Oh, you bottled it at the end of the season. We're predicted to go right back down. Otherwise, you're sent off. Told you I'd use it. It's going very well at the moment. When I came into the Championship, I did not expect to be in this position. I know we're only 4 games in, but it gets even better, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually unbeaten. Can we go the entire season unbeaten? 6 points from 4. Maybe we're the Championship version of Arsenal. Maybe that is our destiny. We've had all them years of hurt. Now, it's down to business. We're going to break records. We're going to do all sorts. Teams are going to be in awe of us. Yes, it's only up from here. But before we get into the games that you have missed, there's a return of an absolute legend, ladies and gentlemen. A man that was a massive part of last season. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Guessant has returned to me, to you, to Sunderland to continue his glory days here at this club. I'm not going to lie to you. This potentially might have been a little bit of a panic buy because I was going down the list of strikers, and as soon as I saw Ivan Guessant available, I feel like there was only one decision to be made, and that was to bring him back to his home, where last year he wasn't particularly great. However, in his first game back at Sunderland, he got a goal on his debut. So is this a sign of things to come from Ivan? Is he going to get into double figures with us in the Championship? And I actually think we've got him on a little bit of a bargain. We were paying 700k overall throughout the entire last season. A loan monthly cost of 70k. This year, 32.5k. So we're actually having him for less money, and hopefully he can grind out some better performances. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a little bit of risk associated with bringing in Ivan Guessant. Not only has he not had the greatest of times when he's been with us in the past, but more notably, he is currently our only capable striker. So, if Guessant gets injured, there's going to be troubling times ahead. There's going to be tears and hurt feelings. So, Ivan, just wrap yourself in bubble wrap for the entire season. Please don't get injured, Ivan. Just, if you get injured, we're in so much trouble. Obviously, we have Franco, who is arguably the slowest player to ever exist. However, he's not even registered because of his bloody work permit. I didn't know that until I got him in. So, you know, when it comes to December, we can actually get him a work permit. Is Franco going to be playing a game? You're damn bloody right he is. And he's going to score at least 5 goals this year. Guarantee it. Now, there is one player in this team that I do want to give a little bit of praise to. He's had an absolutely incredible start to the year, and it's Mr. Baptiste Meyer, of course, with us last year. And I did say coming into this year that I was going to keep the majority of my players, and so far Oliver Baptiste Meyer is repaying that faith tenfold. 4 assists in 4 games. Absolutely fantastic return. Only 4 games in, of course, but he's already very close to hitting the assist he got last year in 4 games this year. So hopefully Baptiste Mier can continue performing at a very, very high level. And of course, if he continues performing, the likes of Embleton, Gooch and Gussant should reap the benefits from that. Of course, if any of these get injured, because we aren't exactly stacked with versatility. So if any of these first teamers do get injured, we are in a little bit of trouble. But once again, our defence has been absolutely key to everything. Harry Pickering, not going to do it. Jimmy Dunn, Sam Hughes and Matt Sunday. Average ratings of above 7. Really showing how important our defence has been, not only last year, but this year. Of course, bringing Harry Pickering in, we didn't know how we perform with a new defence. But so far, all 4 of them are playing very, very well with each other. And Pickering and Sunday obviously being attacking players. It's really, really working so far. It's really, really working. And you will see that from the results that I'm about to show you. So the first game you did miss was a 3-2 home victory against Brighton. And I'm right in saying that Brighton are a pretty tough side. Yeah, getting relegated from the Premier League 2 years ago. So they've got the experience of getting promoted. And we were able to get all 3 points against this team, where they did initially take a very, very early lead in the 12th minute. And I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, I was absolutely terrified because I didn't know how we were going to perform as a team. Obviously, coming off the back of a 0-0 draw, I didn't know how we were going to come up against the so-called bigger teams in the league. So to concede very, very early on, it did make me a little bit nervous. But we were able to equalise through Jordan Roster, another player that's had an incredible start to the year. Sam Hughes and Matt Olosunde, 2 defensive players, winning the game for us. 3-1 up just before half-time, but they did bring another one back in the 63rd minute through a 1E, I'm going to say it is. In terms of the stats were definitely on Brighton's side. We had probably an element of luck with us actually winning this game, but you need a little bit of luck, right? You need a little bit of luck in these sort of games. I was surprised we came out with all 3 points, but my God, did our defence, despite conceding 2 goals, our defence held firm for the final 27 minutes to get us all 3 points. Absolutely fantastic. The next game was a 0-0 draw away from home against Middlesbrough. Jesus Christ. How many yellow cards? How many yellow cards did they have? They had how many? 8 yellow cards for Middlesbrough in this game. Bloody hell, ref. Get on them a little bit. They're trying to injure my players. If every team does this against me, I'm not going to enjoy it, because they were definitely trying to injure some of our players. Horrible little people, honestly. Get the whistle out, ref. Get them off. Get them off. I can't get the card. Get them off. Despite the abundance of yellow cards, it was a pretty dull affair from both sides. Both teams didn't really look like scoring, and that is pretty much hammered home from the stats. Only 11 shots throughout the entire game, only 5 on target. So both teams not doing particularly great on the attacking side. In the last game, we did have to play Will Griggs. He didn't perform well. In this game, we did have to put Baptiste Mier up top. This was just because we didn't have Guessant in the side. So our attacking threat was a little bit more blunted than what I'd like, but we were able to get over the line with a point. And with 3 games, 5 points, it's a good return. And thankfully, we were able to get Guessant in for the next game, a game against Salford, where we were able to beat them 2-0 in the Carabao Cup first round. So when it does come to the domestic cup competitions, I'm going to have the exact same attitude this year as I have the past few years, where I don't really care about them. I'm not going to make an active effort of trying to progress in them. If we come across a team that is beatable, then I'll put my full strength side out. But if we're going against a team like Manchester City in the latter stages, I'm just going to accept my fate, really, and get absolutely battered, because there's no point going for these competitions because we have no chance of winning. Financially, we're okay, so the financial aspect doesn't really interest me either. But as I said, if we come across a team we can beat, we'll try and beat them. And that was definitely the case against this Salford side. Absolutely dominated Salford from start to finish. There's no 2 ways of putting it. Salford were destroyed, 18 shots to their 1. Probably a little bit harsh putting a full strength side against Salford, but oh well, they shouldn't be challenging me. You know, we went to Salford, the fans were expecting them to maybe do a bit. They were terrible. So 2-0, Lyndon Gooch and Jordan Roster getting the 2 goals. It would have been quite nice to get a few more to get morale a little bit higher, but ultimately the most important thing is to get the victory, and that we most definitely did. And then in the next game, the final game that you did miss was an away game against Stoke, a 1-1 draw. And I feel like Stoke are also an interesting team. No, they're terrible. They got relegated quite a few years ago, and they've been very yo-yo. They've literally made a pyramid with how poor they've been. They finished third 2 years ago, and now they've just been terrible. So, mate, should I be disappointed by this 1-1 draw? Maybe. But Martin Atkinson oversaw this game, a 1-1 draw away from home. Probably the only game that we can safely say, apart from the Salford game, that we definitely deserve to win. We're absolutely dominant throughout this entire game. And Croissant, on his debut, getting himself a goal in the 19th minute. But they did equalise in the 22nd, only a few minutes after we took the lead. And for the rest of the game, honestly, we were really, really good, but really, really frustrating at the same time. Absolutely dominant performance, but we just could not get the ball in the back of the net. And it's good to see Croissant and Baptiste Meyer potentially forming a little bit of a partnership. That was lacking a little bit last year. But hopefully this year that can come up fruitful for us, and we can take the benefits from that. But yeah, that has left us in a very, very healthy position of 7th place, just outside the playoffs, of course. In today's game, or today's episode, we are going to be playing West Brom, who are in 8th. We're in 7th. A win here catapults us into the playoffs. Don't think we're going to get anywhere near the automatic promotion spots. Newcastle are probably going to destroy the league this year. Let's be absolutely brutally honest. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully we can get a good victory against West Brom. It's going to be a tight affair. But this is going to be your first team going into today's game. It is going to be Burge in goal. The back four, the solid back four of Matt Olasunde, Sam Hughes, Jimmy Dunn and Harry Pickering. George Dobson and Jordan Rossiter as your midfield. Linda Gooch, Elliot Embleton, Baptiste Meyer and even Croissant as your attackers. Now feel free, in the comment section below, put your score predictions. If you get it right, you won't get a yellow card ever. You'll only get a pat on the back if you get it right. I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 2-0 to the Sunderland boys. We're going to smash them. We're going to destroy them. We're going to overwhelm them. It's going to be a good game. As I said, a win here. I've just realised I've only gone in with 6 substitutes instead of 7. Mistakes could potentially be made there. No negatives in terms of tactics. You love to see it. And hopefully this 4-2-3-1. Of course, we experimented last year with the Christmas tree formation. Didn't really go well. However, the 4-2-3-1, the tried and tested 4-2-3-1, we can potentially do something this year. And I'm just going to say, expect a win. You know, I always expect a win. And Croissant is demotivated. It's a great start. I don't want to forget my individual team talks, because we all know they're important. We all know they can do anything on Football Manager. Linda Gooch is nervous, which isn't ideal. And make a difference. Right, that's done absolutely nothing. Come on, boys. Let's get ourselves a victory. Okay, I've realised we have just dropped to 7th. So I feel like a few teams have probably played during the break that we had before we actually played this game. And so far, 15 minutes in, not one single shot. I'm mistaken. We've had 1 shot, 2 shots in 22 minutes. Right, I'm immediately going to change something. Now, some of you might think I'm being foolish here, but I am going to push us up a little bit, try and take the game to West Brom here, as there is a chance. Croissant, he's through on goal. Can he do it, ladies and gentlemen? And he's hit it right at Johnston. Is that the... I think he's at... is he the ex-Man United keeper? I think he is. It's a very good chance for Croissant. And with the sort of way he's played so far, you'd probably expect him to put that in the back of the net. But unfortunately, that is not the case, as West Brom look like they're going to have an attack. It's poor defending from from Ronnie Pickering, as I say that. He gets an absolutely fantastic tackle, and it's a poor... It's gone from poor defending to good defending individually, and then poor defending again. 1-0 to West Brom. I don't really know what we were doing there. Initially, Ronnie Pickering gets himself caught out, gets a good tackle in, but no one's there to get to the second ball. And it's just a pass across the box. Maybe... I mean, you could probably say Bird should maybe be coming for the ball. I don't know, but a very, very poor defensive display there. After all the sort of compliments I gave my defence, they do that. It's a good header from Pickering, though. Rossiter again, lovely ball to Croissant. He's had 1 chance of this already. Can he actually finish one? Of course he does. Come on. That's what we're talking about. Croissant 2 goals in 2. He's had one of them chances earlier on in the game. He's annoyed at himself, but he's made amends. A lovely ball from Roster. Once again, another player that's played very well. And Guasson with a lovely finish across the keeper. 1-1. We hit them back immediately. They score 1, we score 1. 2 goals in 2 minutes for us there. As we are coming closer to half-time, maybe get another one before half-time, put the ascendancy to us as we do go into half-time, and it's not going to happen. Right. What do I say here? I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, because I'm not pleased. Not pleased at all. Feel like we should perform a little bit better. Harry Pickering's having a good game, apparently, despite the fact he didn't defend particularly well for West Brom's goal there. Do we add some substitutions here? Do we bring on our captain? It says Jordan Roster's not having a great game. It's 6.9 rating. Maybe we bring him on for George Dobson. Give the captain a little bit of a run out. I mean, we've got to keep the captain happy, ultimately. Otherwise, we're going to have an absolute revolt on our hands. Okay, 60 minutes gone. And nothing is happening. No chances. As I say, that there's a chance. Right, it is for West Brom by the looks of it. Unless we can get a counter-attack, maybe. Zaldua, Sawyers, Abdullah. It's a very direct ball, but Batista Meyer cuts it out like the champion he is. And Roster's lost the ball there. Roster, for all the good things he's done, but it's a poor ball from West Brom there. I feel like, don't know why, I keep mistaking them for Norwich. I keep saying in my mind, it's Norwich. It's not, it's West Brom. It's probably because they have very similar kits. McKenna, I mean, that was a very awkward pass back to the keeper there. It's a good ball to Bernard, and it's a great save from Burge there, denying Bernard. Is that the Bernard from Everton? It can't be. Why would he come down to West Brom? Nothing against West Brom fans, but why would he come down to the Championship? Right, let's make a few more substitutions here. Let's bring on Benavidez for. I'll tell you what, but. I mean, of course, Batista Meyer, poor game, as soon as I start complimenting him. Fantastic news. Right, let's bring Match Power on there. Benavidez there, and we'll put John Roster back a little bit, ask him to be a little bit more defensive. As we are coming towards the latter stages of the game, can we create something out of nothing here? We've definitely been the better side. I mean, to be fair, West Brom will probably create the better chances. However, I do feel like we probably deserve to get something out of this. Right, what do I want to do? Offside trap. We'll do that. See, like, final few minutes, nothing is happening. As there is a chance here. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Right, he's literally hit a 5-year-old in the stands there. As there is a chance. 5 minutes to go. 4 minutes even. Jimmy Dunn, Sam Hughes. Benefit, I mean, that was risky. Jesus wept. Embleton. It's a poor ball. I mean, I can see what he's trying to do. Right. Right. Okay. What have I just witnessed? What? I mean, that was definitely the offside trap attempting to be done, but that is the worst attempt at an offside trap I've ever seen. What the? That was like watching pro clubs when you use offside trap. What have I just seen? Max Power. Oh! Max Power with a golden opportunity there. Do we go a bit more attacking? Let's go. Is it going to be 2 draws in 2 games? Oh, for God's sake. Well, at least we're unbeaten. We're unbeaten. We'll take it, right? We're unbeaten. 1-1. I mean, I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed by that result. I mean, at least we didn't lose it, right? And at least we're sort of around the playoff zones. I mean, we've lost a little bit of ground on the playoffs and the automatic spots, but at least we're nowhere near the relegation zone. As Blackburn are on 0 points, they're going down. They're going down. I know Sunday's got a little bit of an injury, but nothing too major. So how many draws have we got? We've got 4 draws in the league. It's gonna be an unbeaten season of draws. I could already feel it. So where are we going to come back to? This is the question. I mean, there's no bit. The Leeds game, potentially, or is that too close? You know what? We're going to come back for the Leeds game, ladies and gentlemen. Leeds, a team that Premier League glory. They're rich and they've just been relegated. So, are we going to beat them? Fingers crossed. We've only got 3 games since then. Derby, Wigan and Reading. So, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell to be alerted. It's very much appreciated. Have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.